hero that you feel safe enough.
Yes.
Those are the highly chosen, like risky ones also. But for Chongqing Wolves, very aggressive in the early game and also enough damage in late game. The range of the auto attacks is enough. I think they might have the chance.
They might have the chance, and we're up to game 4. This could be it. It could be a 4-0 for eStarPro, and they could just take the first ticket to the finals. Or it could be Chongqing Wolves just trying to turn things around and just try to move forward, trying to postergate a little bit more eStar's party.
Will this be the end of the night? We are all wondering.
We're all wondering, look at that.
Fire is all.
Flashes is way away. Tiger is already being aggressive. 1,500, 1,100. Leaks his way out of the fight.
Right, some exchanging into HPs, but getting this red in return. Wolves, even it costs 1 flash, but I think it's acceptable. It
is acceptable, completely acceptable. As long as they're still alive and they were able to come in and take some out of the jungle, I would take that any single time.
And for the current laning situation, I think Wolves is winning in either lanes.
Yep.
You let Daryl doing the laning going against Lianhuo. Good choice. Happy, feeling happy. And the top lane, Ganjiang, laning going against DRG.GK. Also good work. Good thing happening. 3 winning rounds.
And look at that, like it's been 1 minute and 40 seconds. And as you just mentioned, Highfive is just completely quiet.
Oh, complete quiet, complete silent.
Nothing that he could actually come and do. I'm seeing takes the vision.
Sneaking to the back.
Oh, Pang is going to be caught up in there and he's going to pay with his life. That's bad news for Chongqing Wolves.
Of course, you don't want to lose the life of Tigerus. He will be the rhythm machine for this one.
Exactly. Like he's the one that needs to be creating the path, right? Like he's the one that needs to be building the path for them to move forward.
Like in easier term, if Pang remains alive till the second, they will be ready to the next round of invasion. But since Pang is getting killed in the very first place, they are losing the initiative when it comes to do the invasion again. So the second round of the buff cannot be continued.
He just couldn't even imagine that the rotation of eStarPro was going to be expecting him over there in that bush.
Oh!
Zero flashes his way out of death. Xiangyu had a total target on his back.
Switching lanes right now, letting Garrow to go to the top.
Oh man, comes in and is going to use his second ability and is going to take Fan out of that. Xiangyu being spotted. Four people getting out of that bush.
Wow, it's like eStar is generating as a team, trying to make and steal the blue away. Wolves is losing those advantages we talked about in the early game when it comes to laning, because there's no laning phases anymore.
No, there's no more laning whatsoever, right? Like right now, it's just going to be a matter of the rotations that they can do. And in terms of rotations, Xian has a full advantage with that hero pick compared to what Dachio can provide right now.
Look, Guiwuzi is not only famous for the huge initiation using the second ability, also the ultimate will enable the entire team to have one extra acceleration.
One more time, he's going to fall. Hua has been taken extremely low. He's going to be a 1-to-1 trade. Now Tyran is being targeted, and it's going to be a 2-1 trade for Chongqing Wolves. But look at Yizheng.
All responsible for the towers. Only. My only duty, which is to take down towers in this game. Nothing else.
He knows that in the scenario that they need to fight against each other, like they have the advantage. In the scenario where they need to fight, like they just need to wait a little bit more, just a tiny bit more for Highfive, and they have the advantage. Already Pan has died twice in this whole game. And that we know that is going to be very bad news for him.
Catapults moving out.
Look at that.
Red team.
He cannot reply back.
Red team has destroyed a tower.
I think this kind of team fight is the prize that East are willing to take.
Yes.
Willing to play. They will throw up anything they got, trying to kill Xiaopao, trying to put a stop sign for Wolf's whole rhythm. And then, if your junglers are kept being killed, you cannot just simply rotate using the dash.
Yes.
You'll become all the time outnumbered.
Like then the rotations are not going to be that dangerous. And that's the main idea about playing this whole Tachio strat, that your rotations need to be danger. And you need to make everyone fear your rotations. 5 people rotate to bottom lane from Wolves.
So you're always neglecting one true lane. You think the top, like with the wave, DRG can easily take down.
And then you're going to give this level 1 turret, but if you're going to take that level 2 turret.
And not to mention the personal gold.
Oh, look at that. He wants to jump in, comes in with the flash. Xiaopao is going to be spotted one more time. Huahai takes him down, and this is looking horrible for Chongqing Wolf.
The rotation, the efficiency that these members are making rotation is just horrible. The last time you saw these two players there appearing in the bottom lane, and just by a single clip, single minute, they just appear up front.
What are you doing here? Weren't you bottom lane? Nobody expected that.
Good teams are so good at hiding their own vision and even more giving you the wrong one. It's about deceiving your enemy, of believing you're going to the different rotations and different directions. This is what eStar did really great just now.
Great performance right now from eStarPro. Nothing right now that Chongqing Wolves can do, as they have green light to take that bottom tier 2 turret as well. They're gonna try their very best to exchange both turrets. But I don't think that they're gonna be able to. Taran is just looking majestic in there. Nothing that they can do to try to do that.
Another ultimate trying to assemble here. But
Liang got a good position, comes in, takes on Pan, Pan disappears. That's gonna be Huahai, the one that is on the run, but it's not going to be enough. But look at that, Etron comes in and he's got time, he's got angle, he's got damage, comes in, takes one more kill.
Yeah, it's that easy. eStar is always given choices, options for Wolves to pick. So you either choose to protect your marksman, but you lose one side lane, which means that our marksman will be safely farmed up to those very fatal items. And once you get it, you see those damage coming from EDG.M.
Yeah, exactly.
Impossible to handle. And
that's the thing about DRG, right? In the moment that he's got items, he could be one of the most feared marksmen in this whole game. Wow, just a combo, and then Pan was immediately just taken out of the game.
Disappearing from the map.
One more time, look at this. They're trying to find the right angle. They want to find Yao Dao. Yao Dao is going to disappear. Oh, the TP tunnel takes Xiang Yu out of it. And it's going to be Fanfan, the one that is going to escape as well.
Well, that's really dangerous. If Ziyang managed to pull Fanfan out again, I think this game will probably going to be finished.
Yeah, of course.
They're looking for those waves alive in either route. And eStar is looking so good at this point. Not to mention, this will be their game point in this BO7.
Yep.
If they continue to build this kind of leading situation in the whole game, they will officially be announced as the very first one who have the ticket to the grand finals.
What was Pan trying to do right over there? He tried to take a 1v1 against Huahai, and he knows that he does not have the damage right now.
No idea.
He does not have the damage, and then it's just the burst coming in from Huahai.
I mean, this will be the time where you started to make those questionable decisions.
Red team has destroyed a tower.
As long as Yao Dao is alive, Chongqing Wolves have an option. As long as Yao Dao keeps trying to get more items, but look at that, only 5,400 gold. Yao Dao does not have right now, at this moment in the game, the ability on its own just to try to turn things around.
Very close one, huh? Very close one. If you're watching the game in this kind of angle, you got frightened easily.
That was crazy. Oh my gosh, look at that. Taran already finds one. Can he get Fly out of there? Yes, it is. Fly disappears completely. Pan just waiting in the bush. He knows that he only needs the vision.
Yeah. I mean, the total damage are in completely two different levels.
Yeah.
So you cannot just simply compare how they're going to do during the team fights because they are starting off in this game with such a huge difference.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like they even started in the same starting line, right? I do believe that since the beginning of the game it was already very clearly for one team.
Dark Tyrant has been defeated.
Dark Tyrant gonna go for Wuhan eStarPro, and right now they've got both the Overlord and the Tyrant.
Oh, EDG. From this moment on, I think EDG just transferred from a marksman to a soldier.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Fly doesn't want to engage against him. He just stands over there in the eye of the whirlpool, knowing that no one is going to show up.
Right now, this will be a competition of vision.
Yes.
So each side, they're guessing where your enemies are going to go. eStart, the best solution to solve this will just corner him in the high ground tower. So they use the Vanguard trying to make sure that Wolf movements are so clear in your hands.
Oh, look at that. eStar is going to try to go for the push. They're coming in, but they just failed on that one. They took the turret, but they need to replete right now.
Destroyed a tower.
Xiang is the only person from Chongqing Wolves that fell. It was a 2-1 trade, but they were successful at taking that high ground turret.
eStar is simply just using their lives, trying to gain more stuff, gaining those high ground towers. Let's see how they do this. So the fire is already set up.
Yep.
And then huge endeavor, taking 2 tower power, 2 tower damage, Tyrant, trying to initiate and wait for Huahai to dive in.
I think that Huahai and Ziyang, they were a little bit too far away for them to try to engage in that.
Too determined in this.
It was just such a long run for them. It is a good decision, right?
I mean,
But Tyrant was just taking so much damage earlier in the engage.
if you're leading the game, it's understandable to do this kind of actions because you are just so desperate of gaining this high ground tower.
Has destroyed
Sometimes
a tower.
I think it will be taken in more if it's a side lane high ground tower. The mid lane doesn't worth the risk.
Fly comes in. Ziyang with already his ability waiting for him. Fly decides just to make a U-turn and go back into safety.
It's a 4th game in this BO7. So the only times that Wolf can fight back will be a result of eStarPro's players' mistakes.
Yes.
This is not a good sign. You have to find yourself your own rhythm. But unfortunately, starting from the very beginning for the 4th time, they're losing it. So basically, they can simply just count on their enemies to make those mistakes, trying to fight back.
Huahai is already waiting in the bush. But they're going to have to push back, and that's going to give priority for eStarPro to come over here and take that Shadow Overlord, so sorry. The speed, done, rushed in. Rotation one more time, clean the way.
And Howling Emblem is available at any time.
Waiting for the right moment. They need to get Yao Dao out of the mix. If they can do that, they will have an opportunity. They have wide open doors to go and take the victory.
Oh, they're planning to take 2 dragons in one roll.
Why not? Nothing that Chongqing Wolves can do to try to contest this one.
This is a safety gesture, which means that eStarPro is really, really getting prepared to become the winner of this game.
Highfive just cleaning the jungle first, waiting a little bit more. Wolf still does not have an idea where he is positioning. So eStarPro can try just to be a little bit more aggressive and take on this turret. A turret that's going to fall as well.
And this time they choose like a safer way to do this.
Shadow Vanguard is going to come from top lane.
And with the help of this dragon, I think eStar is going to probably get 3 high ground towers.
Yep.
After the wave got to the right position.
After the wave comes in, look at that. Stunned in. The fire and DRG are going to take that turret down. Shadow Vanguard coming in. They just need to wait for the minions. As the minions are going to start clashing in, they're going to have green light. Wait for Ziyang, wait for Zirong, wait for Highfive trying to find the right angle. Light disappears, it's going to come back and it's going to be Ziyang, the one that's going to fall. They just completely vanished out of this map. The crystal follows. 4-0, eStarPro.
Finally, good news for the side of eStarPro, making it to the